Hey folks, Tech with AOK Urban Homestead with
Brenda.
And we're out fishing. And I want to show you guys what we do to preserve our catches. Well folks, we did get some fish, so first thing I'm going to do is start cleaning them. Now some of them will look small to you, and the only reason why we kept them is because they swallowed the hook and they were going to die anyways. So hey, you eat what you kill. So first thing we do is get out the electric knife. Thank you, Brenda, for my Cast King electric knife. And then we're going to start cleaning fish. It's just taking the head and the guts off, as simple as that. I will slow it down and show you what I'm doing. Alright folks, so I decided I'm going to slow down my last one. So what you've been seeing me clean are bullheads. A lot of people don't like bullheads, but prepared correctly with the right spices and seasonings and herbs, they are delicious. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to clean these. So all I do is I take it, the anal whatever thing there, slice it straight up to its chin, cut off. There's a little hard plate right here. If you just go on this side of it and up, same on the other side and up, you have a good butcher knife. You just take that off just like that. You pull away everything that you can with it, boom, just like that, and look, I got my hook back. Anyways, the eggs I do save for my chickens. They absolutely love it. Then I take and I bleed the kidney right here, or some people call it the bloodline, same thing, bloodline kidney. And then you, for the lungs, I just take my sharp fork and I pull it right off like that. Okay, then I always have a cooler down here full of ice water, that way the fish won't go bad. Now the cool thing is I have 2 carp, and that's what this video is about, is how we're going to preserve the carp. Now, and here they are. So when we first caught them, what we did was we cut these gills down here so that it can start bleeding, so that way they won't be so gamey. Now, it's been a while since I've cleaned a carp, but it's going to be the same as the bluegill. I mean the bullhead. You're going to take a good knife, you're going to run it along the anal line here and up, or what I'm going to do today, I'm just going to fillet this whole thing out, and then we're going to slice it up into long strips. That's all we're doing with these today. We don't have to open up the guts or anything like that. But if you were going to cook a whole fish, all you got to do, the anal hole there, slice it all the way up, cut off the head, same as the bullhead, and just clean everything out. Now, when you are cooking this whole, what I suggest, especially if you're going to grill it, leave the scales on, folks. Leave the scales on and stuff herbs on the inside and then grill it. The reason why you leave the scales on, folks, is that it protects it from that heat, that you know, the searing heat, and it helps steam the inside, keep the juices inside, and let me tell you, delicious, folks. So this one I am going to gut out and I'm going to leave whole for when we go to grill this. All right, the next one I will fillet out. All right folks, so the first thing I do, clean the fish. We'll gut it, get everything out, and just take our hose and clean it out as best as we can. Take off the head and go store it away. Well folks, I decided I should show you how to fillet this out. So get yourself a good knife for one. Our knife is a Mora fillet knife that the crazy Scotsman got for us. Yep. So take, you cut upwards, just carefully along, just the tip of it for first, and then you go in further, but just the tip first. And of course, because I turned on the camera, I'm going to butcher this. And I do like using the electric knife for this part. It does help. So, just slowly, just run your knife through slowly. And peeling as you go. But go slow. There's no reason to go too fast. But probably be easier if I brought you guys behind me, huh? Let's try that. Alright. I'll try not to block my angle with my own shoulder or something like that. But anyways, if you guys just slowly, and when I say slowly, just go slow. Alright, look at that. Oh, beautiful meat. So I go through to the other side, running my knife down slowly. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I am not a professional at this. But you can say I'll get a good chunk of meat out of it. There you go. And I don't want the belly meat, so I will just go like that. There's that, right? Then, this is why I love the electric fillet knife. I take this, and since I didn't cut it all the way off, it's easy. Go down. I'm normally going the other way. So, I'm normally going this way, and that's why I'm having troubles showing you guys. There. Whoop! The fish is falling off. Alright. Let me go adjust the camera angle again. Alright guys, so I take this. That way. You know what? Pretty good with a fillet knife too. When my fillet knife is sharp, it's pretty easy. My fish is about to fall off though. My table's too small. Boom. So I'll clean it up later, get all the silver stuff off of it and stuff like that when I start making it into strips. That's a pretty nice chunk of carp right there. Look at that, guys. Now, a lot of people are gonna say, clean off that red, right? Right there, this red right here. But I'm gonna tell you guys what, on a carp, it's different than other fish. That red does not make it that gamey, especially since we're gonna be smoking this. I just didn't want to have the chewy membrane right there. But I am going to leave that that red on it. Okay? So, we'll speed it back up and do the other side. Funny how myself and probably a lot of other people, when the fast forward is on, seems like it's so much easier. Alright folks, so all I'm doing is trying to slice them about the same length for all of them. I mean width. We're going to go with 1/2 inch slices. At first I was going to try and get the pin bones out like there, but it turned out to be a lot harder. And then I remembered, hey, when you smoke it or you fish it or cook it, the pin bones do come out a lot easier. So we're just going to continue to slice 1/2 inch chunks. Alright guys, so all I'm going to do now is I'm going to brine my strips here with 1.5 tablespoons of salt. We will rinse off the brine. So 1.5 tablespoons of salt. 3 tablespoons of brown sugar. Now this is just the brine, and it's going to be a dry brine, so that way the salt can take all the liquid out of here. So all you're going to do is just really mix it in, and then we're going to let it sit until tomorrow, and then we'll rinse off the brine and then add our seasoning to this. And look at this, guys. Look at how much liquid it's already pulling out. Look at that. So that's what we want to do. So make sure we have enough salt to get all that liquid out. So I'll see you guys tomorrow when we take this out, rinse it out, and put it in the smoker. I'm just going to cover it with some plastic wrap because Brenda would kill me if the refrigerator smelled like fish. Well folks, it's been 24 hours and look at how much water that salt and brown sugar pulled out. Look at that. It pulled out quite a bit. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go rinse this and I'll be right back. Alright guys, I have washed it off. Now we're going to want to make sure that it's pretty darn dry, right? So what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to lay it out on this cutting board on top of the paper towel to help dry it off some more. And I'll tell you what, folks, the texture sure has changed. See it? It's almost stiff. It almost sits up all by itself. So that means it's dried all that moisture out as much as it could, which is going to make it really nice to smoke it. Now, what I'm going to do here, now we're just going to lay the fish out so that we can get more brown sugar on it. Alright, I'm going to try and do this the best I can with a clean hand and a dirty hand, okay? So this is a clean fork. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to sprinkle brown sugar everywhere. Not overly too much, okay? And then get it on some here. You'll see what I'm going to do. So the reason why I'm doing it where it's not like all bunched up is because I do want to make sure every piece of fish gets coated nicely with some brown sugar. So just like candied salmon, we're making candied carp. Alright, we're just going to lay them out with the preheated smoker. Well folks, the smoker is starting to go. It is set at 185 right now, and that's about how much I want it for. We're going to smoke it for about 3 to 5 hours. I'll check it to make sure that it's like, you know, drying up real nice and that it's getting a good smoke on it. And then, yeah, we'll taste it later on. Oh my goodness, folks, that fish is done. Look at how beautiful that looks. Mmm. Well, folks, I'm going to give this piece a try. Mmm. Not too salty, not too sweet. Has a little good crunch on the outside, and the inside is jerked real nice. Folks, if you guys like this video and want to try it, give me a thumbs up. And if you're new, how about you guys subscribe? Until next time, stay blessed and be A-OK.